What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and it's Fresh Build Friday. That's right, it's that time of the week again where we get you ready for the weekend with a brand new coil build. Alright guys, so it's Friday once again. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Happy Fresh Build Friday to everyone out there. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this one. I've got a nice simple build on deck for you guys today. Kind of a cooling off period before we get to our basic build series. And with that, this is for cloud chasers. This one's going to be pretty much a cloud machine. I'm going to be building with round wire today. It's a very simple build, and yeah, it should be good for all you cloud chasers out there. So let's go ahead and get ready. Grab your wick, your tools, your wire, your addy, your juice, all that good stuff. Let's dive down to the close-up view and build it up. Alright guys, so I'm in the mood for some gigantic coils today, and we're going to be building with this stuff right here. Mad Rabbit 23 gauge nichrome 90. And yeah, we're going to be building on this guy right here, the Redemption RDA. The last time you saw this, I was sick as a dog, so I figured it deserves another shot for something maybe a little bit more appropriate for it, I guess. So, I guess we're going to need about probably a foot of this wire. So clip it off right about there. And let's just get started here. Let's see. I've got this to wrap around today. I couldn't find a proper jig or screwdriver or anything like that that would be appropriate. So this thing here is from the Aries RTA. This is actually a little mini screwdriver, but I want to wrap around the big part because it's probably between 5.5 or 6 millimeter. This is the biggest bit, the 4 millimeter bit from Coil Master rather, and it's about a millimeter or two bigger. I can't really tell. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's a little bit bigger. So these are going to be some ginormous coils, and I can't wait to try it out. So we're going to do a 5 wrap today. Let's see, I'm probably going to have to unwrap the first one, so kind of be prepared for that. 3, 4, and 5. Unwrap the first wrap. Man, I haven't done that in a very long time. That totally brings me back. So now what I'm going to do is grip onto that coil and take my pliers. Grab the wire, one of the leads, right next to the coil and bend it 90 degrees, leave a little space, and then bend it back. And I'll show you in greater detail in just a second here, right after we make another coil. Alright, so here are the coils that we're going to be using today, and as you can see, those little 90-degree angles there are definitely going to help out when it comes to centering these bad boys, so that's why I do it. I love that technique, and it just reminds me of back in the day when I used to do it. And I think one of the first videos I did it on was probably the 100-watt plus build way back in the day, so make sure you go back and watch that one. Maybe I'll put a link in the description below, but yeah, let's go ahead and install these things. So here we have our Redemption RDA, and all we're going to do for this, I mean, it's pretty old school here, is just going through the center part there and the outer part with that little kicked out lead, just like that. And we're going to do the same for this side, just like this, right there. Nope. No, I had it right. Yep, just like that. Okay. Oh, duh. Flip around the coil. You got to use the other side, Nick. Jesus, I'm losing my mind today. It's been a long week, all right? It's been a long week. How was your guys' week? Was it a long week as well? I can definitely feel you on that if that's the case. But, yeah, I was just busy. I don't know. I was just busy. I guess it's because I was sick and had to play catch up, and the week I'm back, you know, I'm just kind of cranking along, getting the videos out and getting everything ready, and you know, planning stuff for the future, etc., etc. You know, I'm just a busy guy in general, you know. But yeah, how was your guys' week? I want to know. Just let me know in the comments box, because you know, I've got a lot going on sometimes. I work a lot at the shop, and between that and personal stuff and other projects that I'm working on, it's just, it can be tiring. That's why I probably am addicted to caffeine. I mean, I'm a horrible caffeine addict, but hey, who isn't nowadays, I suppose. So let's just check on our status here. We're looking pretty good. I'm going to try to trim these leads as best as I can without doing the old twisty bendy technique here. So you could probably just sneak in with our cutters. Yeah, just like that. Man, this totally reminds me of like an old school build. I haven't done just a standard little round wire coil in so long. I'm actually kind of excited for the basic builds, Fresh Build Friday videos coming up pretty soon. Probably starting next week, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, I'm actually kind of excited about it because I just haven't done anything like that in so long. It's going to be good to kind of revisit those techniques again and just kind of put a modern twist on it. So I'm just kind of mushing this wire around a little bit. It's very malleable, so it's pretty easy. But just trying to straighten them out as best as I can without doing too much work here. Just kind of straightening, nudging, that kind of thing. Just want to just get it pretty much all the way there before I even touch it with any sort of heat. And also you want to just double check that you're going to have cap clearance. So make sure you take off your barrel section and just kind of put it over there. And just make sure your cap is going to have plenty of clearance. And it's looking pretty good for this one here. So I am happy to say we're ready for some heat. Make sure you get any excess trimmings out of there. And let's go ahead and turn on our ohm reader. Wow, these ones are low. 0.07, 0.08. This is going to have to go probably on either a 2700 mod or something. Maybe, oh, you know what? The Voopoo 2. I could definitely put it on the Voopoo 2. So, let's just go ahead and tune these bad boys up. Let me grab my ceramic tweezers. And already you can see that like gold color coming out of them. That's that nichrome 90. That's why I love nichrome 90. Okay, good. It's jumping up to 0.09. It's exactly kind of, I wanted to be right at the 0.1 mark. All right, 0.1. We have made it there. Just going to give it a little bit of a strum. 0.11, still kind of climbing. Probably, maybe going to end up at about 0.12. 0.13, oh my god, it just keeps jumping up. Just got to blow off your coils real quick. All right. Oh, wow. Wow. That looks amazing. I just like the look of it. Let me show you guys like an angled view of this because I think it just looks cool as hell. Doesn't that look awesome? I'm kind of curious as how this is going to vape, honestly. I'm pretty excited about it, guys. Not going to lie. Should be interesting. I don't know what the correlation is going to be for amount of wicking material versus ramp up time versus ramp down time, etc. So it's going to be pretty interesting with these guys here. I think we're in good shape. I think we are ready to wick this thing. Alright guys, let's see how angry these bad boys are at 115 watts. Wow. Wow. Alright, let's see that one more time. Let's go ahead and go back up to that main screen, have a quick vape on this thing, and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the build. Now it's time to talk about the coils that we just put in this Redemption RDA here. Currently I've got it sitting on the Voopoo 2, and I've got it set to 115 watts. So this thing is going to be pretty hellacious as far as the temperature is concerned. The final resistance came out to 0.11 ohms. It dipped down a little bit right there at the last second. So with that, yeah, it's going to be a hot one, guys. So as far as our first category is concerned, this one is a scorcher. Yeah, it's a pretty hot build. The coils are sitting pretty close to the airflow section and the top cap. And I mean, you can't really help it with 5.5 millimeter coils. There's really no way around that. Usually when you have smaller diameter coils, you can kind of position them right and just kind of get it so that it doesn't really conduct a lot of heat to the outside of the barrel section here. But with that, these just kind of are close to everything on the inside of this one. So yeah, it's a hot one, guys. I don't know what you guys were expecting. I kind of predicted this, so with that, it's pretty okay with me. For my second category, which is the ramp up and ramp down time, luckily with the Voopoo 2, it's got one of the fastest response rates in the industry, so this thing ramps up really, really quickly. I don't have any sort of special mode on or anything like that. It's just normal wattage mode at 115 watts. This one ramps up in about maybe a half a second. The Voopoo is very efficient when it comes to putting power to those coils, so as far as that's concerned, the ramp up time is going to be really short. Let's go ahead and check out the ramp down time. Alright guys, so as far as the ramp down time is concerned, it is absolutely on point at the 3-second mark. That's pretty much when you stop hearing any sort of sizzle altogether, and I gotta say, I'm super duper happy with the outcome with this one here. I kind of feel like the amount of cotton and juice that's in there kind of plays in a big factor with this one here, because this thing soaked up about 2 mils of e-liquid when I first juiced it up, and there's just a whole lot of cotton in there, keeping those coils relatively cool, as well as the inner diameter. I mean, obviously, there's not a whole lot of wire condensed into one space, so yeah, I feel like that's what's keeping it cool. So for my third category, which is the difficulty of this build, this one is easy. I would recommend this to pretty much everyone out there. Honestly, even the most amateur builder can definitely handle this one. Just keep an eye on two things: the cap clearance and your resistance. Luckily, this thing jumped up to over 0.1 ohms for the final resistance, which will run on pretty much every regulated box mod out there, and you can run it over 100 watts, no problem. And also the cap clearance, just, you know, keep an eye on that. Make sure you have plenty of room for not only the barrel section, but also the airflow control as well. So yeah, that's the only two things that I would really have to say about this build as far as things you should look out for. Other than that, this one is cake. And for my final category, which is the flavor on this build, today I'm vaping some of this Jungle Juice by Mayhem Vapor, one of my all-time favorites, and it is pretty darn good. Nichrome 90 usually has a pretty decent flavor. It's not as good as one of the fancier exotic wires, yeah, I know, but this build is more meant for clouds than flavor. It's kind of popping just right. You get some of the kind of brighter notes of the flavor with this one here, but overall, it is a little bit more muted than on something like a Fused Clapton, an Alien, or a Staggered Staple, something like that. I don't know, one of the more exotic wires, yeah, you do get more flavor out of those, but with this one here, I was looking for more clouds than flavor. Alright guys, so that about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button if you want to be alerted whenever I upload videos. Big shout out to you guys in the notification squad for getting here early. Also, leave me some comments in the box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts all about this build, or if you have a suggestion for a future episode of Fresh Build Friday, just leave it on there, right down there in the comments box. Also, we're going to be starting our basic build series next week, so be prepared for that. For all of you newbies out there, make sure you pay attention, because we're going to be going over some of the basics of building. So yeah, with that, make sure you also check out the advocacy and my social media links right down there in the box below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on.